Don't you want a rematch?
This week is a very exciting week for Saturday Night Live, who has been doing phenomenally over the week.
Over these years.
Over the millennium.
Yeah, they've been doing really well. This week, for the second time, Dave Chapelle will be coming back.
Yes.
Doing some...
Really good.
Being himself.
He's really good at sketch comedy. Like, regardless of what you
he's
say.
gonna do something political.
He always does.
You
Sad.
know he's gonna do it.
But let's
that's
not,
what
let's
makes
not
him
stay on
funny,
him.
too.
Let's not
It
stay
does,
on him
it
on
does.
that.
He speaks the truth.
But Juan brought up a really good question because you said you don't like him too much.
I like Dave Chapelle. I just feel like he's overrated.
Explain
like,
yourself.
People like blow him out. Like when you hear Dave Chappelle's name, people go, "Oh my god, it's Dave Chappelle." Like he's not. He's funny, but he's not like everything he says is funny.
Okay.
But
Who is your guy?
So I have multiple comedians.
Who's
I'm-
Kevin Hart.
Who do you name first?
Are we talking like newer or older?
okay,
No,
here
no,
we
no,
go.
no, no. Who is your
First.
top? Like, if you say you have 3 comedians,
Mhm.
who do you name first?
Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Kevin
You,
Hart.
you played that smart. You
He
played
did.
that smart.
Okay,
He
okay.
did.
He
You
said
played
this
that
on
real
that one.
smart.
Richard Pryor. Okay,
Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, and Kevin Hart. Or that's my top 3 right now. Like
Those are your top three?
yeah. Dave Chappelle
you
is
got
funny.
those two?
He's skit funny. He's a skit funny. He's
No,
a skit
because
artist.
his stand-up comedy is one of the...
His stand-up funny is it's funny, but like some of his jokes are
Bro,
not that funny. So
technically,
like,
you could replace Kevin Hart with Dave Chappelle. You have a mighty 3.
Probably, yeah.
No.
No.
Kevin Hart is not up there.
No. I said replace
Not even a
him.
little bit.
I said replace Kevin Hart
and put Dave
with
Chappelle in there.
and put Dave Chappelle up on his lineup.
You
Yeah.
can, but that's just
A bomb
you're
3.
living off of Dave Chappelle's skits. Skits what made him funny.
Aside
Like
from
Stand
Kevin
up,
Hart
too.
does stand
But
up,
his stand-up is
Wait,
what
but
got him
yeah,
to
I'm
those
about to
skits.
say, like,
Exactly.
did you stand up?
but his skits are what carried him. Everybody remembers him. When you say Dave Chappelle, you don't say, "Oh, remember that joke he said." You say, "Remember that skit he made."
because those were
But
iconic.
that's what makes him funny, though. Kevin Hart, you have catchfills, you have stuff he said. You got
But I feel like-
go night night.
but you gotta-
you
but
got
Chappelle
phases.
has catchphrases as well.
What's his phase? What's his catchphrases?
Well, they're from his bits, but
Exactly.
they're
Nah,
catchphrases.
you just proved
Say it
this
with
man's
your chest.
point.
Okay.
Exactly.
Say it
Just
with
prove
your
this
chest.
man's point.
All right, but
Like Kevin Hart
The
does
point is he
all
still has
stand up. He does all stand up, and all his stuff like it travels to like everybody. It's not just like Dave Chappelle is funny to older people like us. He's not funny to the newer generation.
Yeah, because
'Cause we understand him.
No, because
He
comedy
came out
changed.
then,
That
yeah.
too.
Comedy changed because
Okay, but he did
I
the
would say
stand up stuff.
because
like,
I would say
couple years
Gabriel
ago.
Iglesias has almost not the exact same style, but the same style as Kevin Hart because he'll leave those little Martin like stuff like
Facts.
that that'll keep
Facts.
playing in your head
But
over and
Gabriel
over
Iglesias,
again.
you have to watch him to know him. Like you have to watch him. To know
I've
he's
seen.
Funny. Like
He's
you know,
one. He's one of my top 3.
Like you
right
have
there.
people recreating Kevin Hart's like comedy shows and stuff on TikTok. You don't have nobody doing that with Dave Chappelle.
I feel where
mean,
you're coming
you
from.
gotta look-
Like
you
I
gotta
like
look
Dave
into it.
Chappelle. I
You
think
gotta
he's
look into
funny,
it.
but he's not as.
I want to say it like this. This is why. Because Kevin Hart is more of the relevant now comedian that everyone can look at. Dave Chappelle is more of he was that comedian back then. And plus, remember, he took a hiatus for a while.
Yeah, because he
and
even
came
said
back
it.
came back storming.
Yeah,
and-
because he even said it
And
himself.
he only did those things on Netflix. And then what did he do? Get back off. He didn't do what Kevin Hart would do. Keep on
Me,
going, having
I think-
kids movies.
I think
You know,
Kevin Hart.
comedies, kids movies.
Kevin
Dave
Hart's-
Chappelle ain't no
All right,
kid movie
before
at all.
we jump onto this, let me check what's going on YouTube, and we have some people telling us happy belated Halloween. Thank you,
Thank you,
Same
thank
to
you all.
too.
Thank you.
And we have some person who spelled Kevin Hart's name wrong.
Ooh.
One Lisa Benson,
Dang, Lisa, you spelled Kevin Hart's name wrong?
Yep.
How'd she spell it?
like Hart, like
Oh,
Hart.
you spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
But in all retro, with all that said,
So for me, I think Kevin Hart's a better, well-rounded comedian than Dave Chappelle is.
Well-rounded.
Well, so all around comedian. So
debatable.
look,
That's
so look,
debatable.
to be a comedian, right?
That's
There's
really
different
debatable.
aspects of comedian. You got stand-up comedy, you got movie comedy, you got skits.
yeah.
Kevin Hart does all of it, and he's funny at all of it.
No,
Name one Kevin Hart movie that wasn't funny, that he didn't have no funny parts in. All his movies are funny.
Yeah, that's the point.
Dave
Because
Chappelle did
he
a couple
does.
movies back when he was in.
And they were funny.
And
they
they
were
were
funny, but
and they weren't even his movies.
They weren't- he was
Exactly. He wasn't
a
the star.
backup
No, because
character.
remember
Exactly.
he was in what Men with Tights, and he was
Men in
killer.
Tights.
Men in Tights, and he killed it. He was funny in that. He
Chew,
was funny. He's
Hart
the
Chew.
funniest dude in Undercover Brother.
Facts.
He's
I
the
like-
funniest dude in
So
Undercover.
Eddie Griffin was funny in Undercover Brother.
No, not 100.
Come on now.
Not
wasn't?
100.
Eddie
Come on.
Griffin.
The white guy from Undercover Brother was it funny?
With Dave Chappelle right
That's-
there
but
by
that's
him.
Neil
That
Patrick
Dave
made it.
Harris.
Chappelle was funny, but these aren't Dave Chappelle's movies. He's just a backup character.
I mean,
What I'm
How
saying
about
is Kevin
still
Hart?
one of
stars.
his
Kevin
movies?
Hart is a
Half Baked. You have to give Chappelle that one.
I'm talking about Kevin Hart carries his own movie.
Yes.
What I'm saying is he's the main character.
Yes.
And he makes the whole movie funny.
Yes, because that's what the
And
main
these
character is supposed to
movies-
do.
And these movies are global movies. These are superstar movies. These aren't movies that are for stoners and go straight to DVD.
Whoa. Now you're
Because-
coming at people during the relevancy because when Dave Chappelle was in those movies, he wasn't as big as how Kevin is now.
And
Exactly.
Let's get that
besides,
right.
remember, Kevin couldn't have been a leading man without those stand-ups.
Also, this was the 90s, so not everyone would have known
But what
Chappelle
I'm
at that
saying
time.
what I'm saying is, Kevin Hart is he's a better comedian because he translates his ability
I feel
to
like-
different
then
aspects
again,
of comedy.
I
Right.
feel like I disagree with you because Kevin Hart also did sketch comedy. He was on an episode
I'm-
of
I'm- that's
Saturday
what I'm
Night
saying.
Live,
He does
and he
sketch
was
comedy.
not that funny.
Exactly.
That's Saturday Night Live.
The only
though.
time he was partly funny was when he was doing Scary Movie.
That
Only
wasn't
time.
even that funny.
It wasn't that funny too.
it was,
but
it
he
was
tried
funny
to
at
be
the
funny.
moment, but if you
He
watch
tried
back now,
to.
it's not funny. It's corny.
It's
now.
it's stupid.
But
Unless
I'll give
you a
it
zombie.
I'll give it to you that Kevin Hart is pretty decent. But if you really look at Kevin Hart's track record, like as a comedian, he does the same jokes over and over, just different words.
Facts.
It's still funny though, right?
No.
It's not funny.
But peep
not
that.
funny,
But peep
okay.
that.
With Dave Chappelle, it's like you get a new set. Like he's
Yeah.
So you telling me you weren't laughing when Kevin Hart did the whole Japanese
no, that was
roller coaster?
That was funny.
That was
funny.
funny.
Right? That's
No, but-
that's stand up, wasn't it?
But
thing
it's the
is,
same-
his
but it's the
jokes
same
is dry
setup.
After a
Yes.
while.
It's the same setup as when he did not laughing out my pain. The other one. Where
I need
he
an
was
example.
Which
the
one?
example of the
Seriously
joke.
funny? Let me explain.
Basically, he would repeat the same line like gun compartment or like, you know what it is, when he does his father and stuff.
But
like,
it was
he
still
does
funny
that.
though.
Oh, hold
He
on.
does that.
It's the same. It's the same.
Hold
thing.
on. We have a special comment here by Marv saying Kevin Hart is a family comedian. Dave is rated R.
Exactly.
That's the difference that
That's
separates
the
them.
difference.